transcended for the sake of something else. The photograph always leads the corpus I need back to the body I see. It is the absolute, particular, the sovereign contingency, matte and somehow stupid. The this photograph, and not photography. In short, what Lacan calls the touché, the occasion, the encounter, the real, in its indefatigable expression. In order to designate reality, Buddhism says sunya, the void, but better still, tathata, as Alan Watts has it, the fact of being this, of being thus, of being so. Tat means that in Sanskrit, and suggests the gesture of the child pointing his finger at something and saying, "That, there it is, lo," but says nothing else. A photograph cannot be transformed, spoken philosophically. It is wholly ballasted by the contingency of which it is the weightless, transparent envelope. Show your photographs to someone, he will immediately show you his. Look, this is my brother. This is me as a child, etc. The photograph is never anything but an antiphon of look, see, here it is. It points a finger at certain vis-à-vis and cannot escape this pure deictic language. This is why, insofar as it is licit to speak of a photograph, it seemed to me just as improbable to speak of the photograph. A specific photograph, in effect, is never distinguished from its referent, from what it represents, or at least it is not immediately or generally distinguished from its referent, as is the case for every other image, encumbered from the start, and because of its status, by the way in which the object is simulated. It is not impossible to perceive the photographic signifier. Certain professionals do so. But it requires a secondary action of knowledge or of reflection. By nature, the photograph, for convenience's sake let us accept this universal, which for the moment refers only to the tireless repetition of contingency, has something tautological about it. A pipe, here, is always and intractably a pipe. It is as if the photograph always carries its referent with itself, both affected by the same amorous or funereal immobility, at the very heart of the moving world. They are glued together, limb by limb, like the condemned man and the corpse in certain tortures, or even like those pairs of fish, sharks, I think, according to Michelet, which navigate in convoy as though united by an eternal coitus. The photograph belongs to that class of laminated objects whose two leaves cannot be separated without destroying them both, the window pane and the landscape, and why not, good and evil, desire and its object. Dualities we can conceive, but not perceive. I didn't yet know that this stubbornness of the referent, in always being there, would produce the essence I was looking for. This fatality, no photograph without something or someone, involves photography in the vast disorder of objects, of all the objects in the world. Why choose, why photograph this object, this moment, rather than some other? Photography is unclassifiable because there is no reason to mark this or that of its occurrences. It aspires perhaps to become as crude, as certain, as noble as a sign, which would afford it access to the dignity of a language. But for there to be a sign, there must be a mark. Deprived of a principle of marking, photographs are signs which don't take, which turn, as milk does. Whatever it grants to vision, and whatever its manner, a photograph is always invisible. It is not it that we see. In short, the reference
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.